Hey, welcome back to the channel. This is my review of Wales versus Georgia. So there were lots of kicks to start off the match, bit of kick tennis to start, and you can see Wales, what they're trying to do is keep Georgia playing in their own half, and they get the upper hand in that department, and Georgia don't get out of their half much at all in the first period of the match. Both sets of forwards look fired up for the match, particularly the Welsh boys. Dewi Lake a little bit too much, is exuberant clear out at the ruck time, earn Georgia a couple of penalties and let them off the hook a little bit, so they're going to have to get more control over their clear outs especially. The kicking continues, and the crowd vent their frustration, as they're known to do in France, and yeah, the tactics of Wales in particular a little bit frustrating for the crowd who want to see more of a running game. A very nice charge down from one of the Welsh boys puts Wales down near the Georgian line. They spin it out and they kind of make a mess of it. They have an overlap out on the left, but don't get over. But there's a penalty advantage and they kick for the corner. Try a driving maul, which goes pretty well. When they spin it out though, it goes into midfield, and the forwards arrive, and Thomas Francis flops over for the try, and Wales are the first to draw blood, and it's 7-0. Georgia fight their way back into the match, and despite some good carries from them, Wales stick to the game plan, kicking it deep, keeping Georgia pinned back, and it pays dividends for them. Nice set piece work, and eventually it comes out to Liam Williams, who had a great game, I thought, and he dances over dancing feet for Wales' second try. Classic, as I say, Wales look comfortable without the ball. They actually conceded a try, and fair play to Georgia, they deserved it. They put some good phases together, powerful running, good in the contact area as always, and they get over in midfield, and yeah, Wales concede their first try of the match, and now it's 17-7, so it's all to play for at this point. Lots more kicking before the halftime whistle, and yeah, but Georgia definitely swung the game back into their favour, and Wales go into the halftime whistle with a lead, but yeah, Georgia definitely back in the match. So after they come out from the halftime, Georgia look really fired up, and right from the whistle they get stuck into the Welsh boys, and Raffle, the open side for Wales, gets absolutely ragdolled by the Georgian pack, and then gets stripped of the ball, which is a little bit embarrassing, to be honest with you. He needs to have a look at himself for that, but yeah, the Georgians really look fired up for the second half. But I'm on form today, so just as I'm saying Georgia is getting back into the match, Wales break away and score. Yeah, a little bit of a fortunate break. I think North picks it up in midfield, feeds Zammit, and yeah, he coasts over for a try. So a really big breakaway try for Wales, and they go further into the 24-7. I will say that Dewi Lake, who's the captain for today, and Monsieur Reynard, the referee, don't seem to be getting on very well, particularly at scrum time, and he wants to be careful of that, because Reynard is not the kind of referee you want to get on the bad side of. He just doesn't care, you know what I mean? He goes with his gut, and yeah, so not sure about Dewi Lake's captaincy. It seemed a little bit too aggressive at times, but yeah, it's all Georgia this first period of the second half, and really the only thing that's keeping Wales in the match is the excellent line-out, which was great all day, particularly competing for the Georgian ball. They spoiled a lot of line-outs, and they won a lot against the head, so that's really keeping them in the match at the moment. Georgia, as always, play really physically, and I love that about the style of play, and smashing it up, and eventually they do get a reward for it, and yeah, they power over for a try, and Matt Kaba, the superstar in the making, kicks it, and now it's 24-14, so it's a very close game at the moment, with a lot of the game to play, about 20 minutes or so. Then almost instantaneously after the kickoff, Georgia go back on the attack, and Yashvili who's looked dangerous all game. Great footwork from him, and a tremendous handoff on Gareth Davis, who's just come on at scrum half. And yeah, he storms over for a try. Now it's really on. It's 24-19, and Wales have been cut to pieces in the last like 5-10 minutes, so they're gonna have to switch on, because they definitely switched off in the second half. And Georgia, you know, they smell blood. Against the run of play again, the ball comes out to Liam Williams, who had a cracking match. Little chip, and the ball bounces really favourably into Zamit's hands, and no one's going to stop him from there. The speed demon, the golden boy of Welsh rugby. And yeah, he gets his second try of the match. But it's against the run of play, really, because Georgia are on top at the moment. Nice bit of niggle in the game. I don't really know what happened, but there's like a 15-man scrum near the touchline, and everyone gets involved. It results in 2 players getting a yellow card, one for Georgia and one for Wales. But both teams are down to 14 men, so like, it's no harm, no foul, no punches are thrown, unfortunately. But there we are. Then we have Zamit getting his hat trick. Again, it's against the run of play. Wales have this ability to just break out and score from nothing. And Zamit puts it down in the corner. I was a little bit dubious, to be honest with you. The replay didn't really show that he had a clear touchdown. But the try is given, so Wales go further into the lead. And that must be heartbreaking for Georgia. Yeah, so are their heads going to drop from now? I wouldn't say their heads dropped, but there are a few battered bodies across the park, and it's been a tough old World Cup campaign for Georgia. They haven't really performed as they'd like. And George North gets over for another try before the full-time whistle, and it finishes 43-19. So a pretty comfortable win in the end for Wales, even though Georgia took them close at times. But they didn't have that clinical edge that Wales have at the moment. So in summary, Wales, yeah, they rode their luck, to be honest, and things seem to be going their way at the moment. And yeah, you know, you take the opportunities where you can get them. Georgia played well as usual, but the set piece, I think, especially the line-out for Wales, worked really well. They contested really well opposition ball. Good tactics as well. They obviously had a game plan. They stuck to it for the first half. But finally, in the second half, I would say that Wales completely switched off for the first 20 minutes. And against Georgia, it almost cost them. But if they do it against other teams, it's, you know, that's going to be a win or lose kind of a situation. So they need to address that. Georgia, on the other hand, always guts, physicality, and they brought it. They started a little bit slowly, but in the second half, they really showed what they can do, and they're a very talented side, especially, I'll say it again, Matt Carver at 10. He's a fantastic player. So I love the way they play, and I'm a little bit disappointed for them with the results that they've gotten this World Cup. But hey, you know, you can't win them all. But Georgia, full respect to them. They left everything on the park in all of their games, and yeah, better luck next time. So Wales top the group unbelievably. Who would have thought that before the start of the World Cup? And on to the semi-finals. I'm excited to see who they're going to play. If you've made it this far, thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, etc. All that good stuff. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.